name is Stephanie, and I am one half of Steph and Adam, a channel dedicated to showing you how easy it is to meal prep delicious plant-based recipes. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make 3 recipes in less than an hour for about $30. It's going to end up being 20 meals. You guys are seeming to love this new series that we have created on how to show you how to save time and save money and meal prep an enormous amount of meals. So we're gonna keep going with this train. So today what I'm actually gonna do is I'm only gonna make 1 breakfast and 2 mains. And usually I've been making 1 breakfast and 3 mains, so that way you could rotate the mains throughout your week. But I've been finding that since I work from home, sometimes I just crave something else and I wanna make it fresh because I do like to cook. So if you're like me and maybe some nights when you get home from work you actually want to cook, then this is for you because this is just going to be 1 breakfast and 2 mains that you can rotate throughout your week. So for breakfast, I'm going to show you how to quickly throw together a yogurt. It's a cashew yogurt with some nuts and seeds and berries. And then for 1 main, it's going to be a coconut chickpea curry, which is like Indian inspired. And then for another main, it's going to be Chinese eggplant and broccoli takeout, which is what I used to take out all the time, and it's so delicious. I love that garlic sauce. That is going to be our menu for today. I'm thinking we're going to do this in less than an hour, so let's get started. So like in the last video, I was sharing with you how I make my meal prep easier and more time efficient, and that's by using sticky notes. And if you missed that post on Instagram, it's a really good post if I do say so myself, and it will certainly help you save time in the kitchen. And I just kind of give away all my tips and secrets on how I do that. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the rice. And the rice today, I'm going to be using jasmine rice, but you can use any kind of rice you want. Wait, is it jasmine? Just kidding, it's basmati rice. Jasmine, white rice, brown rice, whatever you want. I'm just using basmati to switch it up today. So I already put that water in the pot, so I'm going to turn on the heat. And I'm going to bring that to a boil, and when it comes to a boil, we'll add in the rice. So that's step 1. Now step 2 is we're going to make the coconut chickpea curry. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dicing up some onions and some garlic. And I have a little bowl here because I'm actually just going to dice up all this garlic because I'm also going to need garlic for the other dish. So I'm just going to chop it all up right now while I'm here. And don't forget when you start to grab a scrap bowl, so that you can throw all your scraps in there and that'll make everything a lot neater for you. It is exactly 6 o'clock on the dot. We'll pretend that I started at 5:55 because I already washed the produce. Let's see if we can do this in less than an hour. If you guys have not seen the garlic trick yet, all you do is you take a big knife and you press down like that, and then the peel will come off just like this. Super easy, and voila, in one piece. You don't have to sit there like peeling it, which obviously that little trick alone will save you 20 minutes in your meal prepping. I am going to put a little bit more than half in this little bowl because I need a lot more in the eggplant. So actually I'm going to put like 3/4 of it in there since that's a garlic sauce for the eggplant. And then I'm going to set this aside, dice up the onion. Remember that time Stephanie cut her finger on camera for the first time ever in 6 years? Okay, it was my last stroke of cutting and my eyes were starting to tear and I was like, oh no, don't cry, hurry up. And I went, and all right, well, I have never done this on camera in literally 6 years of filming. Shout out to the people who've been with me since the Chef Sev days of 2013. First time for everything. Let's go 2020. Ow. Whew. Let's see, what can we talk about while I sit here and wait for my finger to stop bleeding so much? Sophie is almost 1. Can you guys believe it? She was born on February 1st last year, so she is almost 1. How crazy is that? It's actually her golden birthday because she turns 1 on February 1. And, wow, we are off to a really good start right now. Well, that's what you guys say you love about our channel, is that we keep it real and we show you when we get cut in the kitchen and, you know, it is what it is. Okay, I'm back. And to be fair, I took a 5-minute break. So let's start over and pretend that I started at 6 o'clock now and not 5:55. So I'm gonna take the garlic, onions and tip of my finger and put it in here. Put a dash of olive oil, maybe a tablespoon, and then turn on the heat. The heat on the water for the rice is boiling, so I'm gonna add in 4 cups of rice. Give that a stir and cover with a lid. I'm gonna put a 20-minute timer on the rice, but make sure you follow your own package directions depending on what rice you have, because some rice cooks for 45 minutes and some rice cooks for 20, so just pay attention to your own rice. In about 3 minutes, we're gonna add in the crushed tomatoes, the coconut milk, and the curry powder, and then we're gonna just add in the chickpeas and the spinach, and then that'll be done, and that's it. So while I'm waiting for that for another 2 minutes or so, I'm just gonna start cutting up the eggplant because this is next. So I don't know about you guys, but I love Chinese takeout, and you can very easily make Chinese takeout dishes for meal prep because they're usually saucy, and saucy things are always great for meal prep. Give this a toss, frying up nicely, back to the eggplant. Okay, it's been 3 minutes, so I'm now gonna add in the crushed tomatoes and the coconut milk. Turn down the heat a little bit, stir together and add in 2 tablespoons of curry powder. And as always, you can find the ingredients in the description box below. Turn the heat back up and let that come to a boil. Okay, now we're just back to the eggplant. If you are watching this with us live, please make sure to come back and leave a comment on the video because all the comments get deleted from the live feed, which is kind of a bummer. The comments really do help us with the YouTube algorithm. We've been trying to beat the algorithm because there's been a lot of drama with YouTube, so it really helps if you just take a second to leave a comment. And when you do leave a comment, please let us know what is your favorite kind of food that you wish was plant-based. Like, even if you're not a plant-based person, maybe there's something that you really enjoy eating, but it's not that healthy. So maybe that there's something that you would love to know how to make with healthier ingredients. Please let us know in the comments section below. So this is smelling delicious. It's actually reminding me of Australia because in Australia there's lots of Indian places to eat. Delicious. Okay, just letting that come to a boil. So now I'm just gonna get started on the next one, which is the garlic, eggplant, and broccoli. So I have the garlic here. I'm just gonna chuck it into a wok. Add a dash of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons, and put that on so that it starts to saute the garlic. Now that the garlic is sizzling, I'm gonna add in the eggplant. And I'm actually gonna turn it down to a low heat because the curry is ready, so I'm just gonna attend to that first. So just turn down the heat to low. I'm gonna add in the chickpeas. That's 3 cans of chickpeas. And I'm also gonna add in the spinach. Just a little bit at a time. Unless you have a bigger pot than me, then go for it, but I'm just gonna have to wait until this spinach kind of goes down a little bit. Actually, it'd be even faster if you just rip it up. The heat from the curry will just wilt down the spinach. Okay, give that a second to wilt down. Turn back up your flame on the eggplant. Add about a ½ teaspoon of salt and a ¼ teaspoon to the curry. Okay, all the spinach is in. Just give it a second to wilt down. Make sure you stir the eggplant. Add another tablespoon on top of the eggplant. Give it a mix. Finish getting the spinach all in here. And then you can turn the heat off on the curry because that's done. Perfect, so the curry's already done. Now it's time to cut up the broccoli, and I'm actually going to turn down this eggplant. Actually, I'm going to turn it off because I think I'm going to be cutting a little bit slower right now. 1, because of my Band-Aid, and 2, just because I'm feeling not like myself. But if you are, cooking quickly, go ahead, you can just leave that on a low flame. These are the broccoli stems, gonna add those in. Cut the broccoli into smaller florets. Obviously, the smaller you cut things, the faster things cook. So that's another trick right there for you. Okay, I'm gonna add in the broccoli. You can put the heat back on low, mix it around, and then cover. That is the timer for the rice. Then cover that up and let that cook on a medium heat. Just gonna take the lid off so that can start to cool. Give this a stir. So it's already 6:30, so it's only been a ½ an hour. It's only been a few minutes, but you can already see that the broccoli is starting to cook, which is why it's really nice if you cut things up small, because the broccoli will cook a lot faster if it's smaller florets. So now we're just going to make the sauce for the garlic sauce. Side note, I just realized something. I forgot that I was supposed to put the sesame seeds into toast with the garlic in the beginning. So I'm just gonna throw them in now, but when you do it, make sure that when you put the garlic in there, you also put the sesame seeds, because they toast the seeds and it's really nice. Okay, while I make the sauce, I'm gonna put the heat on low because it's pretty much done. So to make this sauce, we use coconut aminos, but you can use soy sauce if you would like. Coconut aminos is an alternative to soy sauce if you can't eat soy, which my body does not like soy, so I can't eat it. But coconut aminos are delicious. So I'm going to make a sauce with that. This is arrowroot powder and a little bit of water. The arrowroot powder will thicken the sauce up a little bit. And as soon as it's all mixed together, you can just add it in. Mix together. Let that cook for another minute or two, and then that's it. We're almost done. So to finish, we have our dairy-free yogurt. You can use whatever you'd like, but I like cashew-gurt. It's delicious. I haven't had yogurt in a while, so I was craving some yogurt this week. And I'm just gonna split this up into 4 containers. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle it all around so that way it covers the bottom so that it looks better in the thumbnail. And I was going to buy blueberries because I love blueberries in yogurt, but guess what? The strawberries were on sale. So I ended up buying strawberries instead. So I'm going to use some strawberries, and of course you can use blueberries or whatever fruit you find that's on sale. Totally up to you. Obviously, if money saving is your goal, then always look for sales. If I use eggplant today and the green beans are a lot cheaper, go for the green beans. It's totally up to you. Everything is very versatile. And before I cut the strawberries, I'm just gonna quickly stir up the eggplant. Oh yeah, oh that's nice. That is a nice sauce. I'm gonna turn that off, and I'm gonna take this off so that it can cool off so that we're gonna be able to put them in the containers. So every time I make anything with bananas, you guys always ask, but don't the bananas go brown? They do a little bit, but it really doesn't matter. If it really grosses you out though, just leave them out, and that morning you can add the bananas on so that you have a bright, beautiful yellow banana. I leave the yogurt in the fridge for 5 days, and the bananas get like slightly brown, but they're not gross. So the strawberries are in. Now we're gonna do some bananas. Sophie's favorite food on the planet, bananas. Add the bananas next to the strawberries, and of course, if you really want to, you can take your time and make this look absolutely beautiful, but honestly, I don't have the patience right now. So I'm just gonna chuck them in here. Now I'm gonna add on some pumpkin seeds. Love pumpkin seeds, one of my favorite seeds. You can also do sesame seeds or hemp seeds, whatever you have in your cupboard. To finish this off, we're gonna add some cacao nibs. Obviously optional, but cacao is the raw form of chocolate, and these are also really good for you. They'll give you some energy to start your day. That's it. Okay, boom, that's it, we're done. Now we just have to plate it up. It is 6:47. My finger is throbbing, so I have to get another Band-Aid. But yes, this will be done before the hour is up, and all we have to do now is plate it up. So I'll be back after this. I did a quick clean, and now I am back just to plate everything up. If you can, wait as long as possible. If you're using plastic containers, wait until the food has cooled down before you place them in the plastic containers. If you have glass, you can do it right away. Okay, so I have the rice here, and I'm just gonna plate up 4 of each meal, but the eggplant will make 8 meals, the curry will make 8 meals, and I just made 4 of the yogurt, so that's how we have 20 meals going on here. So I'm just gonna make each of the containers for the curry with half of the container full of rice, and for the eggplant, I'm gonna spread it out and put it all around the sides with like a hole in the middle. So that way the eggplant will go in the middle, which will make a nice picture. Then the other half of the rice is for the rest of the meals that I'm not plating up right now. You can also do what I am doing. You don't have to plate everything up right away because one, it'll save space in your fridge, and two, I don't really have a tube. It'll just save space in your fridge if you just want to make 4 of each right now, and then later in the week you can plate up the next 4. It'll also save you from having to have a million meal prep containers. But you can also do this like this, so that way you can eat the rest of it for your dinner tonight. Totally up to you. But now I'm going to put the curry in the other half of the containers. I just realized I haven't given you a close-up yet.
Here is the curry. How good does that look? I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. So we're just gonna put that over there with the rice. That looks delicious. And I'm also going to add some maple syrup on top when I go to eat that in the mornings. You can see that the sauce is a little sticky. It has obviously stuck to the eggplant and the broccoli. So it's gonna be super delicious and very much like the Chinese takeout version. And that's it. So let's go back over here to plating everything up.
A scoop and a half of the curry. Adam is gonna be very happy when he gets home. He loves this stuff. And lastly, we have the eggplant, which I'm just gonna put in the middle. And that's it. To finish, I'm just going to sprinkle some of the cilantro, which is totally optional. You don't actually have to add cilantro, but I'm just gonna add some cilantro to the rice for the curry. And then I'm going to add sesame seeds on top of the eggplant. And that's it. Boom shakalaka. So that's it, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment in the section below. If you're new to us and you haven't heard, we have a book called Plant-Based Meal Prep, which shows you how to make delicious recipes like these. And you can grab the link to that in the description box below. And that's it. So we hope you have a great week. Let us know